Hello and welcome back. It's your boy Drizzum Gaming. I am here with Season 3 in 2027 of the UAB Blazers Dynasty. We are featuring a new team, a new chance, a new opportunity as the number 23 UAB Blazers will take on one of their last two opponents here again in a rematch, traveling back to Eugene, Oregon to face the Ducks in a rematch from the college football playoff. If you are new to the channel, we'll recap a little bit. As you see, we're in 2027. Coach Dave Cena, a coach that is I guess modeled after Dave Bautista and John Cena. So there you have it. In his 2 years as head coach in 2025, we went 9-4, taking on some tough challenges with the team that was existing, and we went to the Frisco Bowl, and we were able to come away with a victory over Arizona and a thriller. And so in last season, our only regular season loss came to Ole Miss. We went on to go undefeated in the American Conference, punched our ticket into the college football playoff. And like I said, we traveled to Oregon last season to take on the Ducks. And in a convincing win, we came away with the victory, earning our first playoff victory in Coach Cena's tenure. But unfortunately, in the next game, we came up just short against the Ohio State Buckeyes with 99 Jeremiah Smith, Rocco Beck, who would end up not winning the championship. We are in week 1, and in week 2, we'll take on the defending national champions, the Duke Blue Devils. But let's just look at the team here a little bit as Kerry Brown and Deshaun Spears lead the way this season on defense. Also with Amari Adams topping out that defense as well. Marquis Anderson, our transfer guard. He is one of 3 former Minnesota players And let's talk about Marquis Anderson, our transfer guard from South Carolina. He is a very high overall, being an 85, and this is his senior season. Jaxon Howard, one of 3 Minnesota defenders, former Minnesota defenders that are on this team now. He is now joined with Kerry Brown and also former Minnesota transfer Zaquan Bryant, who also had a stop at Auburn. So, some things that we have to talk about, of course, is Iverson Hooks returning back to UAB for his senior season. Of course, we'll try to do or replicate what we had with Caleb Brown and have an outstanding senior season for him. Oelhke and Mixon are all that we have as far as quarterbacks. I'm sorry. So he can't afford to get hurt at any point in this season. He's been pretty injury-free for the most part, but we'll have to try to see about recruiting some new quarterbacks. We have a sticky situation in the running back room, though. Tabor, Collins, Nate Rogers, and LeCounte are all around the same overall. We have an opportunity possibly to redshirt Tabor and LeCounte at some point, maybe after the first 2 games, and save them for a season, get an extra season with them on the team. But we have some additions that we had in last season recruiting class. Take some big leaps from Kyle Byler, who's 5'6", but we're hoping will make a pretty good impact on this team. And Adonis Adai, who is up to a 73. Not quite the jump that Byler had, but hopefully he'll be able to contribute. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this Oregon Ducks game as Elijah Oelhke, DT Darren Tabor, and this UAB Blazers look to see about getting back to the college football playoff. A beautiful day here in Eugene, as last time we were here, it was cold, it was wet, it was raining, but this time the Ducks, once again, riding out that traditional bike, look to avenge their loss from the college football playoff and take out the Blazers here in the season opener. Just like last season, this year we'll kick off to the Ducks first And I know they have some returners that we just saw in the last couple of episodes in that last season game. It's Khalil Valentine, the senior running back, is who they will send out, along with the returning starting quarterback, Dante Moore. So I'm sure him and Decorian Moore as well, the receiver, and that tight end number 9 that they had last season also are looking to avenge their loss. But there on the first play is Moore almost throwing an interception on the very first play of the game. 3rd and 5 here for the Ducks on the first drive of the game. Amari Adams, Jazeer Peterson looking to get some pressure, but there's a catch there. That's Nate Breida. I believe he is a transfer that I actually looked at in the portal. As you can see, he ended up going to Oregon. But this defense, trying to see how stout they are compared to last season, has some key contributors leave. A.J. Brown, one of those. Jordan Gilbert, one of those. They were playing a lot of linebacker for me. And so now on 3rd and 7 here once again for the Ducks. Dante Moore will drop back and hit his man in stride there. And that's a good catch there for Decorian Moore, who, like I said, returned this season to try to avenge first their loss to the Blazers last season, but go back to the college football playoff and possibly compete for a national championship, as the Ducks have somebody down. Seeing that we are a bit better, seemingly on defense, getting stops, in coverage, maybe some of those transfers are working out. Maybe some of our master motivator is helping us out. But nonetheless, right now in today's game, all that matters is we will get stops. And that is the first stop there of the game, as the Ducks drive comes up short, sending out the punt team. And they're on 4th and 5. I am pretty sure Dan Lanning is pretty disappointed that his offense sputtered, kind of like they did in the season, in the playoffs last season. And so on the first drive, Tabor and Oelhke in the backfield. Tabor will get the opening handoff of the season for the Blazers. And here on 2nd down, we'll just dump it down to Tabor again, and he'll shake loose and get a first down. And it's kind of hard to believe still that in the offseason, James Ingram elected to leave and go to Auburn, as LeCounte will get his first carry of the game. As what could have been with that 3 or 4 headed monster that we had last season, we would have had the same issue, if not worse, this season, as Ferguson will get his first catch of the season. And I missed the man there on the corner route, didn't know his icon. And this crowd here in Austin on their feet trying to generate a stop, but LeCounte picking up just enough to keep the drive going. And so possessions, of course, may not be aplenty, but the Blazers right now taking care of their possessions. And no, immediately thereafter, Oelhke throws it right to the defender, not able to see past the defense as who his men were, and instead will throw it to the wrong person, reading the defense incorrectly. And that pick is going to set up Oregon really well here. Something we didn't see a lot there towards the end of the season there for Oelhke. But a lot of them, as I said at the beginning of the season, were my fault. We kind of settled down there at the end of the season, stopped having turnovers and having more touchdowns. But after an injury there to a duck, Dante Moore now will hand it off, and Kerry Brown trying to get down to the running back's legs, but the running back sees him diving at his feet and jukes away as Alabama will start the season losing to Florida State 20-19. After a good catch there to start the quarter by the running back, Dante Moore calling out the signals. Will once again look to fake a handoff, but throw it out. And Decorian Moore, after that short catch, is injured as well on the play. Will have to come out. And so, here on 2nd and goal, of course, I already kind of figured they were going to hand it off to the running back, but he's able to shake off of Kerry Brown and go for an Oregon Duck touchdown. A disappointing way to give up points there after the interception in the short field for Oregon, as we'll of course try to play field position better than that. But we'll send Oelhke back out on the field. Here on 1st down, you can see Austin Stadium just heating up as we'll dump it down to a die, who didn't get as much action as I would have liked in last season, and maybe that's the reason why his improvement didn't go up that much. But LeCounte, one of our freshmen that did get some playing time last season, is looking to continue his dominance, as he had quite a few touchdowns there at the end of the season. And we'll dump it here to Iverson Hooks, who sees a lot of space and gets us almost up to the 50, down at the 46-yard line. That is Iverson Hooks. First completion, first reception since returning here to UAB, as Adai will get his 2nd catch of the game, probably more than his total all last season. Now up at the 43, 1st and 10. We'll hand it off once again to LeCounte, who's caught in the backfield there for a loss. That's Michael Perkins on the stop right there. And you'll see Oelhke trying to make adjustments, and Hooks not able to hear him. Thinking now that he has the adjustment is Oelhke, as he tries to throw it away, but he's sacked. As you see the pressure just get home there on Oelhke, and with nowhere to go, trying to throw it away, trying to create something. That is a big loss, putting us back on our own 40-yard line. And so on 3rd and 27, Adai streaking across the middle, won't even jump for the catch, and the 2nd interception is already thrown here by Oelhke in as many throws, and he's also injured on that last play. Unfortunately, he will have to come out, and that's what I was just talking about. We cannot afford, especially here in Oregon, to not have our starting quarterback, but he will be able to return, thankfully, after just a bruised shoulder. But man, what an awful start here for Elijah Oelhke. Couldn't get any worse there after taking a sack, trying to throw up a 50-50 ball, and this guy doesn't jump for it. And so the defender, they're able to come up with the easy interception. But here the defense trying to hold tight, trying to get this Oregon Duck offense off the field once more here on 3rd and 6, as we see Decorian Moore streaking over the middle, not able to come up with the interception, just outside of the outreach arms of the linebacker. And man, a big time for a turnover there on 3rd and 6. Instead, the Ducks now will have the ball on the 24-yard line here after the 2-minute warning. And this Duck offense right now, off turnovers completely, wheeling and dealing, taking the short field advantage every time they can get it. It's 2 times there in a row we put ourselves in bad situations, put our defense with their backs against the wall here early, as we'll send some pressure and see that zig route and call a quick timeout. Try to give ourselves at least a chance to get 3. Granted that Oregon may try to go for a field goal here as well. And Moore will send the running back in motion again, but we're able to get home there off the edge, sending 6 and overwhelming that offensive lineman. That'll be a sack. Now bringing out the field goal team, and he will make it and give us about 50 seconds to try to get some type of composure here for Oelhke, as we'll need some type of momentum going into the second half as we get the ball also after halftime.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line.
Coach Cena still finding reason to be aggressive here on first down. And since 0 is in, much like last season, we're going to let him spin. We're going to keep going. And so here, now we see LeCounte once again, and Oelhke is able to hook up with him now down to the 48. So after just 2 plays, both to LeCounte on first and second down, we're up now to the 48. And LeCounte is absolutely corralled there by the waiting defensive lineman. And I saw him waiting, but I had a screen call, so I couldn't do anything else. And so now, just trying to get the ball out, trying not to turn the ball over is Oelhke.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the past.
3rd and 16, once more behind the line of scrimmage. And now Mixon is out. And things absolutely can go from bad to worse as Mixon will try to run and get down there to the 48. And with one more heave, Mixon, who is thrown into this game here at the last second, will try to take his best shot at allowing the UAB Blazers to get some points as he'll throw it up to Byler. And it is almost caught there by Ferguson and would have been a touchdown, but slips through his fingers. And instead we'll go to halftime with no points. You have to know that this doesn't bode well for the Blazers if Mixon is coming back out. We do believe in him, and we do think that he could be the future here in a very competitive game against Oregon. You want your best out there on the field, as of course we want to see. First, we want to make sure, more than anything, that Oelhke is healthy. But you absolutely want him to be on the field at this point in the game, down 10 on the road. But no rush if we're going to put him in any type of danger. I haven't been given any type of notification to try to put him back in the game, so we'll continue to roll with Mixon as LeCounte gets a little bit of space, and we are now upwards to the 48 once again, as a defensive tackle will go out. We have no problems getting up to the 50. It's what happens when we get there is when we start to go backwards, as once again for the 3rd time in the game, we will cross over the 50-yard line as LeCounte, much like Tabor last year, getting a lot more touches here in the offense. And that is something we like to see, as he's now up to 10 carries, 9 actually on the game. But I'm sure he will get a 10th carry at some point, as now Mixon, still not ready to throw the ball. They're on the RPO. Will now give LeCounte his 10th carry of the game. And so after a couple of carries, Tabor will check into the game here in a single back set. And with the handoff, a toss actually out there to Tabor, his first try and a couple of downs, he goes backwards there. And this is what I was talking about, going backwards. It's now 3rd and 13. We are behind the sticks, and we shouldn't be. And there it is tossed up in the air by Mixon on his first try. We don't have Mr. Consistent last year who could hit this from 38. But we will give ourselves a try here on the road with our new kicker, who we picked up in the transfer portal. We believe in him, so we're going to give him a try. As I have no clue what just happened. Oh, it's going in slow motion. But we missed it wide right. As we probably should have just pinned the Ducks a little bit deeper, but we tried to get some points there. And now we know that our kicker maybe can get that length. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm not sure how to assess that. As there, Dante Moore overthrows it, and Kerry Brown gets his first interception trying to reverse field, seeing that green grass after he got bumped. But an interception nonetheless there. And we'll put the offense back on the field, giving us a chance here in the third quarter to put something together finally on offense, as Tabor outside will spin off two defenders there, up for a first down. LeCounte now on first down will get another handoff after a first down there on the last play. And just like last season, this running game, just amazing. As of course, we'll try to get our other running backs involved as well. No doubt about that. And so here we are with the handoff to a die and having some space outside. We'll try to go to our third first down of the game, of this drive, but a little bit short. And so now Collins will check into the game, seeing his first action of this third season. And we'll run that RPO that we loved so much last year with Hawkins. And a die here in this third season, opening up the season, getting a lot of touches. As we'll have to try to see about doing more to get everybody set up. And Collins will get his first carry of the season, getting us down to the 8-yard line now. And after a timeout there by the Ducks don't quite want the Blazers to get too far out ahead of them as they see them going fast. And Mixon finally kind of quieting down this crowd, gaining a little composure as the game goes on. Throws it over to Byler, and that is 6 for the Byler Blazers. No Oelhke, no problem. Mixon there, putting a drive together after the turnover by the defense. 6 plays, 56 yards later in 2 minutes and 12 seconds is all it would take as we put together our first drive of the game that resulted in points. And now it's just a 3-point game. The defense has worked quite hard all game to even keep it to where now it is just a 3-point game. And so not anticipating anything, but just hoping that the defense is able to come through once more as Kerry Brown here on the opening play of this drive comes up with the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And Wilson there making some adjustments to the defensive line as they'll still dump it over the middle. Now on 3rd and 3, getting ready to wind out the clock here on the third quarter with 1 quarter remaining. The Blazers looking to come up with a stop. There's an RPO to number 9, that tight end from last season, and the Blazers come up with the stop, and I'm pretty sure the Ducks are going to let this clock run out and go to the 4th. But if not, we'll try to return this kick as they do. And it's up. And that is LeCounte back this season instead of Caleb Brown. LeCounte almost finding some space there. And so here in the 4th quarter, Mixon still at quarterback. We'll hand it off to start this drive to LeCounte, who will get outside upwards now to more than almost 15 yards for a first down. Starting this drive off kind of like the last drive, very hot, keeping this offense at at a good peak as a die comes up with yet another catch on a little bit of an errant pass there from Mixon, but it's connected nonetheless. And so after that last play, trying to now make an audible, but not able to do so. Hopefully, Coach Cena can get it in to Mixon, but Mixon can't quite hear him. And so instead, we'll just go with the play that's called and hope for the best as a die will make another catch here on back-to-back plays, getting us a first down. Upwards now to the 34-yard line. Have to keep in mind that we aren't probably going to be able to audible for the rest of the season. For this game. As Tabor will get the outside handoff, thinking he can run away from that edge rusher, but can't get away. So now on 2nd and 15, we keep having the same thing, trying not to go backwards, but that's what keeps happening as Mixon, feeling the pressure, rolls out, hits a die in stride, and a die will just fall down there at the 14-yard line. Doing the safest thing, Zach Mixon. Have a day, kid. Coming off the bench, cold. Didn't touch the field very much or at all last season. And now here in a big game, answering the bell. Knowing when his time on that clock is called. As now Nate Rogers will check in and get his first carry of the season. And up the middle he goes for 3rd and 4. Nonetheless, here on 3rd and 4, Mixon trying to keep this going will hit a die, and that is another Blazer touchdown. Zach Mixon, have a day, kid. Have an absolute day. A die there with his first touchdown of the season. 14, hoping that we make the extra point. 14-10. Adonis a die. Zach Mixon hooks up right there. As you see, once again, one of those kind of errant passes. But it doesn't matter when it connects. As the extra point is good as well. And man, with 3.5 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter, you have to think that the Blazers, after being down 10-0 with no answers, are kind of feeling that buzz. Feeling like it may be a real thing. Feeling like it might be true. Feeling like the hype could be real. But they have to come up with a stop here and finish this game as a screen sent out to the running back. And once again, after a diving defender dives at his feet, he jukes out and goes out of bounds after a 6-yard pickup. Marshall making adjustments to the defensive line, seeing something. But the running back will catch it there on the sideline. That's 3rd and 2 now. And what a stop could do right here for this Blazer defense. As Dante Moore will drop back and hit an open target there very, very quickly. Over the middle with a quick slant, maybe about a yard slant, but just enough to get the first down there for the Ducks. That's going to be pass interference because Kerry Brown tackled him in the backfield. Oh, I don't agree with that, but that's okay. That'll move the chains.
The defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it.
I'm not even really yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on from that last play. Now, I guess that was a 5-yard penalty, maybe, I don't know. But now getting ready for the 2-minute warning. There on a quick pass, Hardman unable to defend it quite, and even though he was stride for stride with the man on an RPO right there, just beat by the outstretched arms of the receiver, and the Oregon Ducks, now with a minute and 55 seconds left, will take the lead back. And Zach Mixon, who's been mixing it up for us this game, maybe putting the bucket back on one more time to come out. As I think even now, if Oelhke could return, I don't even think I would let him, because Zach Mixon has a hot arm right now. This offense is playing very well as Zach Mixon, of course, will come back on the field as he'll hand it off to LeCounte as he's done the past couple of first plays on the drive and get a first down on the first play of the drive, once again stopping the clock. LeCounte, once again in the backfield, will take the second handoff of the drive and go up the middle once again, and he's hurt on the play. As I kind of figured what happened as I kept trying to get him out, but just not doing well enough. He's having back spasms from putting the team on his back today. And Collins now will check in with a minute and 32 seconds and no rush, but met there by the defense. Amazing here what the Blazers could possibly do. They take their time and make the right plays as Zach Mixon there with the short throw. Will run it back to the line, call the same play as he liked everything he saw right there, and throw it once again to Tabor on the outside, able to get away from the defender out there at the 38-yard line. And you know what I would have said last season here at the 38, it would have been an automatic bucket. But this season, with the new kicker and an unsure leg, we have to get a little bit closer, as LeCounte will check back into the game and get a catch there immediately upon his return, getting us a few more yards up there now to the 32.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right?
And Ferguson outside with a lot of space in front of him, now up to the 8. And that is another wonderful throw there by Zach Mixon, mixing it up. Oh my goodness, man. I couldn't have asked for more off the bench. I guess this is just a spark that I needed as Collins will go up the middle, rumbling, stumbling. And there, with an injury, I think the Ducks are trying. I think they're trying to stop the clock, as you can see Coach Dave Cena trying to figure out what he wants to do right here. And I think the most important thing to do is to make Oregon use their last timeout. And so what we'll do is take a knee and get the clock going. And immediately after that, line up to get ready to try to score. With time ticking on the clock, we'll try to leave almost no time left, as this is reminiscent of the Ole Miss game from last season, the BYU game from the first season, where we had opportunities in short downs and distances, and we ran with the quarterback, fumbled a couple times. As you'll see, Mixon will hand it off here up the middle to Collins, and that is a touchdown with only 11 seconds left to go in this game. The UAB Blazers take the lead once more over the Oregon Ducks. And with only 11 seconds left, trying to ensure back-to-back victories in their last 3 games over the same team. And after a bad kickoff from not paying attention, that'll give the Ducks a little less room to have to work with.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
That's just my fault. Completely my fault.
Corners are gonna bail.
And so 11 seconds, but still 60+ yards to go here for the Ducks. As Dante Moore will drop back, and you see I'm back deep with Spears. And they'll use their last timeout of the game. Here having no choice but to throw it up to the end zone and pray for a miracle. As we'll, of course, just try to knock this ball down, not even going for an interception. Hoping that like the end of the second quarter that somebody doesn't try to catch it off the tip. As the tight end is who he'll hit pretty quickly there. And I wanted him to catch it, but he didn't. And so here, realistically looking at the last play of the game, as the clock will hit 0, Moore will roll out, throw it up to the end zone, and they will call a pass interference as I just stood there and give the Oregon Ducks one more play in this game, one more opportunity here from the 30-yard line. It's almost like EA wants them to try to win this game just in case to spite me. And so now, again, for the last play of the game, is Moore, who will throw it short to the tight end.
They make the stop and the clock strikes 0. And
We'll take the victory here on the road
guys, if you want to go straight
over the
to
Oregon
right
Ducks for the second straight time here after the college football playoff in the opening
and one of them came out on top.
game of the season. As you see Coach Landon shaking hands with Coach Cena and walking away. Zach Mixon absolutely mixing it up. Play of the game, man. 86% throwing. Oelhke, they're coming to celebrate with him. We'll have to check and see what his injury is like after the game. But a die. Oh, man. I think Bala scored a touchdown as well. But Zach mixing it up, man. Coming off the bench, he's our future. Of course, you know, we want to make him our next quarterback, but he is our future. As we want to look at his stats once more, they're taking over late in the second quarter for Oelhke. After Oelhke had a pretty rough start, Zach Mixon 12 for 14, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns to go with his name, which will probably be his only playing time of the season. But a great game nonetheless for everybody, top to bottom, offensive, defensively. Zach Mixon mixing it up, MVP of the game. Thank you all for watching. It's your boy Drizzum Gaming, man, and I am out.